gentlemen, there's good news for nursing and teacher trainees. Nursing and teacher trainees allowances are to be paid directly by the Controller and Accountant General. This has been made a part of the compensations item in the budget. This will permanently eliminate the delay in trainees receiving their allowances. This means that anytime public sector workers receive their monthly salaries, teacher and nursing trainees will also receive their allowances. The Ministry of Youth Development and Empowerment has launched technical committees to oversee the execution of the Ejumawura program and the National Apprenticeship Program, which were major promises in the NDC manifesto. Through the Ejumawura program, 10,000 young entrepreneurs are going to receive funding and mentorship support annually. This will equip them with tools to innovate, scale up their businesses, and drive economic growth. Ladies and gentlemen, there's good news for nursing and teacher trainees. And the thing about the cocoa business is the bulk of the benefits of the cocoa industry should go to the farmer so that it incentivizes him to look after his cocoa farm and make sure that it produces more. I can understand that, yes, climate change is affecting the cocoa industry. I can also understand that, yes, galamsey is affecting the cocoa industry. But the best incentive to keep cocoa production up is to pay the farmer a fair price for his cocoa. Because even though some of the galamseyers force the farmers of the land, there are also some farmers who voluntarily give up their cocoa farms for galamseyers to come and produce gold and share the gold with them. And that is because they don't see the value of the cocoa they are farming. There were times when the producer price paid to cocoa farmers went below 40%. And we've always said that we should maintain the producer price at 70% so that it incentivizes the farmer to produce more. In the first 4 years, there was virtually no increase in the producer price. And we kept saying, at least adjust for foreign exchange loss, because the foreign exchange had always continued to slip. And so if even the international price remains static, the cocoa farmer should get more cedis, because if the foreign exchange has moved from 4 cedis to 6 cedis, then it means that in cedi terms he's getting less. And that is how come in the past, anytime we adjusted the cocoa price, we looked at the international market price, and then we also looked at the movement of the cedi and the dollar, and we added something onto the cocoa farmers. This year will be what I call a year of correction because of what they have inherited from the past administration. And we have to make sure that people are not cutting down cocoa trees to mine gold. Gold, you mine the land, and once it's mined out, the land becomes useless to you. But if you plant cocoa on the land, every year it will yield revenue. Every year it will yield revenue. And a cocoa tree can last 30 years or more and produce money every year. So it makes more sense to leave that gold under the ground and rather depend on your cocoa tree than to mine the ground and make it useless to our children and our children's children. And so I'll encourage, and I was saying that maybe we should pass laws that prevent people from cutting down cocoa trees for mining. And so that's something that we're going to explore and see how we're able to achieve our objective. Anope meba asantememu se yebeye dwumadie bi ewo Nkawie a Tree for Life initiative na mebesi ye no na regional minister eka atorenchen bi a esi ewo Edum ha nti sese a na ewie sa dwumadie no ɛna me say mintu anamon embehwe niesi na ampanso ɛyɛ areho if say wo hwɛ enyoma asɛe ɛne enkrofo stores a ahye na ɛyɛ ade a ɛyɛ ɔhaw yie enti na edikan meda fire service for ase ɛne modern bo a mo yɛ ya ɔmo etimi abrɛ egya no ano ase na yewie ano a na yahwɛ na ɛma ni si enso ade baako a fire for aka kyerɛ me ne sɛ ɔmbedru yɛ no sɛn na ɔmbetimi awura mu etimi akodum gya no ɛno yɛ ade baako a ɛha ɔmo yie na ɔhwɛ a yedwam bebree saa na ɛteɛ enti egya to mu a sɛn na fire for betimi adru hɔ etimi edum gya ne ntem no na abɛyɛ ɔhaw ama ɔmo enti ɔsi yɛ de wesu anyansa na yɛhwɛ yedwa no da yɛ planning yie sɛ na ɛbɛyɛ a bibi kosi a na etimi aso ano ntem enti yɛ ne minister ne edwadifo no ɛbɛka yɛka kyerɛ na
about this year, Mamunina, Ajo, Sabre, Helbre Noir. Now, what you about upper home do? You drew Yawada, you may say, and what you buy. Now, the punch, you may be in the bro, our Kessben television, so, and I feel Kessben 93.3 FM, our Kumasi, your Facebook, so, our Kessben FM, and I feel Kessben television. Do I'm here, our Kessben TV, so, with me, our DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121, multi TV decoders, all the spaces, baby, your hall and your ray. And nay, Yawada, Saturday car can match, or Benebo Smith, that also, edu no, and so. Our film near do no needs. So the 7th day of March 2025, the year of our Lord. Ya transfer sabre kobonondo, ya de punch. Jume die ebrewo. Some of Gana may ye dear ho, ye behe, na ya ka emo eddo no a. And come I bedin no no, ye behe Kumase Kajitia, and I say PZ blue light or see, you know. Mampenia be de che, Dr. Mampeninda da, Mampenia be de chida da, Tabomia by, or the scan instrument, ebre de fono. So no me yadwen se ma kwan no mo ansi o ma de na interior minister so bae no o se da bi e ma adwadifo no ensi ne mum aba mehwe na wasi ayedie ama kwan adedem te adwadifo no ne minister ntem aduane o de bae kra e bi so o mo empe na behwe the consequences ensusanso a se obi di dwasei na ejato no store dem hye ne o ma nyina etie wo ho abosia ene wakogye obeyere no sinda demu bankafo de che no anaso se ekwan be na ekakora wode no obetumetua na campus onya foforo na wode adwanim di former base kasemu bi wa ha ya ode ebe komu no yehunu ehye ya yetide bo adwuma adwadifo etisa se koba se aban na ebesi a menka na adao enye be ya bosominsia afe ene de besi awie be di break kakra ana ebibira kra be mfie mienu de ebedi ansa na yesi awie fi se wo a eho no omunyina abubu patadan wo fom se ba siesi a ombesi na brosan se be ye soro no ombenya ho nso no omoso de ama obi de acheke om halfa nti enya de obetime de nanu nansa ese wi te be madwadifo no so atena fie ache nso anso be ne ba obi ane dwetire nyina ahye anase bi o de bank kora aka kwan be no fa sotu aka no bank for the channel ana omfa nche no ebi de ho nkomo and I know now so for your hair in a modern sense, Minister of Energy, editor Yedimu said Temahabo, Ghana by the electricity company of Ghana, or more containers, Makumak by and Pimbi in Wahenum Ewaho. Now, sa containers no, Brown Mom Koye himu buy no, a so ate, Imubaye a pim, aha sa edunum de ayera, and unti, Bia sobe himu, na baby cross our container no, do one ayera ekrono. Yakopechra kwai wunim said the habote a habonye baby a utimi kofa ade ni pie ubepie gate 1 gate 2 gate 3 gate 4 gate 5 wa wie kra no national security fo be say hia wo ti container bia so number e de pie free habo ho di pakro de container ni pie free habo ho na kira kwan bibia e be hunu nti e den na container apem aha sadunum timi yira free habo na ye hunu kira kwan ena wie de ate ne san hwemu a posifo aye no Omo akokyere India ni bi a wo container no aduanan ego the warehouse. Oso obi ena eton ema no beye afietwe mu no na je say minister kohwe no na be say 2005 ni ho ne bi amanfo atwa bi edi dada ana so say etesey ye de ni nyina so emunsem ebebro wote say anope enura kra na ye ka say enipa bi e de krata akoma mampani say Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Sabatukunu yentu na de so ama mampani say obokrata na chi akoma council of teachfo a ono omodwere ho say article 146 ye kire kwane a obi yetimu afọ penny etimi tu na de so no obetimi etu ho adam ne say me kasa ya Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Sabatukunu ono so atwere krata akoma mampani wode bi akoma council of state say enipa no omde petition bae no opeso ohunu omo no petition kro omo de aba ohia copies of the petition na timi aboa amu ohunu say asomasi ana abenten ena osi ntumi asem se ni sense nti ena osi ntumi ebi se mampani krata ya onam Felix Kwachifo so oswafo yinkuta so mampani abetren bae no o se 3 people nipa miensa omudi ama petition mu nsem so ama the Chief Justice immediately or be akoma Ghana Bar Association of Magistrates omunyina di wombi said Chief Justice na ho aba asemi or say opinion ya o tebia mu council of state onyamfo do ajaho se on saka krata no amama penente se petitioners ne omu petition mo de baaye no me nso me hia bi na ebere no so a me de adwa interesting times ahead me say asebwe ebe ground breaking decision in Ghana to remove the Chief Justice enye asem keto akra bi say emra ebe ye adwuma papa je say emra no be bi akopem ho na asem no akopem the Chief Justice on the judiciary ni nyina no timwafo nyina hyenase obi so awabe emrem sana onu Chief Justice position no na wafem pa bi ono so ni maloyafo ya obetimi ni omo so ayeden aye adwuma no maka na asem ama no aban so wa lawyerfo nipa omo so di asem koye no wa lawyerfo nti enye asem keto akra ti eno so ya de abeto ho ye hwe se mampene ne council of state omo bema ne nsa akabi na onso hunu nipa kra omo she petition ye chi na hu nsem biara aka no ye di ni nyina na se aka ni nyina na onso hunu di omo prosecutions a ekoso what the SCC say Oraro Chijapa ne national security for bi omo Econs Addison Fee former governor Bank of Ghana na omo bichiri mu say enye no kre minority na kasa ho sade na ekoso no enye afi abai baaye no adwumayefo pi na eyi omo die chese obi e ma otumi krata na e ma appointment letter bra ye to oba no wie no omo na krata for chief of staff for baaye say nipa ni nyina omo nkofie ya to oba wie die nya afi ena mampeni na ekufu ado be pay adwuma ma wo na kire no omo extend na tra omo a ye ma omo appointment letter July August nipa bebre so edoma ka ho na tie anya chese nipa maako aduanan omo institute a class action e ka se class action wunyina ka bom e sama opreko on se bi nipa be edu na we din sama krata akọ na we be bebre ye nyina so ye kokasem kro no a se kwaye fa so yedi no afa mra kwan so nti omo aka bomu a former attorney general Godfred Adame ona ye omo lawyer interesting times ahead. The former attorney general is going to lead about 40 Ghanaians to court to challenge their unlawful dismissal nti no so ye nkasama krata ababeto nti abana sisa embra no de atimuafo wasem ka papa ne no na asem no ahwe na akobua ne tia ban a o asem ukobua ma ban so a o asem ahwe ka se judge we o de yeni no NDC fo na de ne baaye ti no abua ma ban o so judge we MPP ababre so no ma promote no nti on de city bi obeka bi e de ama aban no wadwen ye o say se betu Chief Justice ade so nipa aduan na ya former attorney general Godfred Adame osu o manam de akokot Kumasi blue light see emedwadifo na sie senso aban e de besie wo mo maboka so wo je bank bo se a we nyina abampani so wo de nsem bebre atodwa a kire ye de beto animu na adwetwe bia wo no fabre e WhatsApp line is 0551 599 933 0551 599 933 WhatsApp ana normal text message baby adefa baby aro yen sabeka nya kenkama midin ede Kofi Appiah malam yaya ena ebo michidom enche bi da badwafo am no medi dwuman ena nwumre so de betudwa na sede na wo hwe no Omampani John Dramani Mahama ohia Koko Akuafo wo mo a omudua share better ye nkutu ene wo mo so ye coffee aka che o se Koko price tree crop adwuma no o se ehwe ni ye pa se Koko bo aye den nipa no bebre no ano omo twa Koko guo no omde ye galamsey no o se sisa de na no kwan so bia ntimi nka se Koko twa egu na de komo bi se omfa enkoye galamsey yenkoti eno de Omampani kae emra.
The thing about the cocoa business is the bulk of the benefits of the cocoa industry should go to the farmer so that it incentivizes him to look after his cocoa farm and make sure that it produces more. I can understand that, yes, climate change is affecting the cocoa industry. I can also understand that, yes, galamsey is affecting the cocoa industry. But the best incentive to keep cocoa production up is to pay the farmer a fair price for his cocoa. Because even though some of the galamseyers force the farmers of the land, there are also some farmers who voluntarily give up their cocoa farms for galamseyers to come and produce gold and share the gold with them. And that is because they don't see the value of the cocoa they are farming. There were times when the producer price paid to cocoa farmers went below 40%. And we've always said that we should maintain the producer price at 70% so that it incentivizes the farmer to produce more. In the first 4 years, there was virtually no increase in the producer price. And we kept saying, at least adjust for foreign exchange loss, because the foreign exchange had always continued to slip. And so if even the international price remains static, the cocoa farmer should get more cedis, because if the foreign exchange has moved from 4 cedis to 6 cedis, then it means that in cedi terms he's getting less. And that is how come in the past, anytime we adjusted the cocoa price, we looked at the international market price, and then we also looked at the movement of the cedi and the dollar, and we added something onto the cocoa farmers. This year will be...
Omampani sia Koko Akuafo omo omudua enkutaba ne ade no de odeto omo enimu bi ena utie no yefri wona afi Omampani so hia omemu aloya fonka bomko Garaba Association na odoto mo ne so mo ne attorney general baloya pani nka mom na yemie fast track high court adwuma obedi asem obedi aye dwirimdie ne katase de corruption and corruption related cases nkwa omono de omo transfer judge ne transfer fra no pa kopem so bo sorry a this year odiska MP a ediska ma no wan fanya adwuma minister odiska sankrofoi enko an obedi omasem to fast track corruption trials sebe ye beboa magana isika nwunu ko nkrofo botomo no ebetimi esia no ntem yenti de Omampani ekan.
So have the issue I thought I should raise of the judiciary and the perception of the judiciary. I believe that it is not anecdotal. I mean, several surveys asking Ghanaians, what their opinion of the judiciary is have not come out positively. And I believe that it is a duty for all of us to work to make sure that we have a judiciary that is respected. Year in, year out, you hear 12 billion cedis misappropriated, 15 billion cedis misappropriated. And how we deal with these cases are very difficult because of the constitutional procedure, parliamentary accounts committee and all that. But after that has happened, we must have a fast-track court where we're able to deal with this so that we deter people from just misusing government funds like that. Government is open to working with you, particularly on our side of the political divide. There's this perception that we have a problem with the legal fraternity and things like that. I think that if you look at the kind of people, Marietta and all of us sitting here, we're not people who have any such animosity towards the judiciary and the legal fraternity. So our doors are open, our hands are open, and if you think that there's anything that you should bring to our attention, don't hesitate at all.
Right. Brahman Penishia, my lawyer for Kawuko Ghana Bar Association, and penny for it would be some now or tea, you know. I feel containers ne container ne yab atabai, ya at 2 free time I have one, and you will yan and say container eduanai or Mako India Nibi warehouse. Yeti the minister John Jarapo, okay.
The briefing I got this morning, and let me comment the national security operatives and the law enforcement agencies. The information I got this morning is that already they've traced about 40 of them to a particular terminal or warehouse in Pung, which belongs to an Indian man of extraction, and they've confiscated all the 40 containers, and they are moving them to a secured location. The man indicates that those containers were sold to him last year. And so that's a subject of a matter of investigation, and the law enforcement agencies would ensure that the law takes its course. There are also reports of some other areas that they are picking intelligence. They will trace all of them, retrieve all the containers as soon as possible, and put the perpetrators before the courts of competent jurisdiction. Let me just sound that when we start prosecuting these people, let nobody come to say we are witch hunting. These are properties of the states. Every legitimate and legal means to ensure that we retrieve them and to hold all those behind these acts to account.
Right. So for her in our day, some sort of obtaining kind of container where we are nine, boom. I want to make warehouse be India, Nibidia, or Sarah Frase. And na a Toman until why and I'll catch a minister say it was 2,500 containers or Sisana tear the other say, bra, you ever minister sa briefing, no, maybe a dear crier, and a cock we actually and a irayana. We and I and Sebo be PM running here, Kumasi, dear, no, Montakam Barak, or so for her, among yensum so by a money at the obeche, which is a Bible taking bold decision, not on where see blue light or stores in the year. Yema a beautiful and see. When you are so the buyer, you're the full be singing normal pay. Into the okay.
Sebio, Obiara, Wagapadiana, a Jafum say, I have you. First of all, Yama, it was very no, the airport, said the airport mini. The showman was with the efforts of minister, the all year. Abano, at the moment, also YouTube. Now, it's me, Abua. Now, this is your own, make you say, I don't see you. You bet your own, yeah. But we call around because what you say, people actually at the particular step, about market, you must be. Also, Yameboy, Obiang Quadi, which is the most important thing, and the but we can your market idea happy. Now, we can say the as it's a Ghana, idea also. A man yet me trust the folk who drew your my bit me up. We all get the day as a society. So the man than it. And so a dry, so a busy so a two man, no refuse. We go on, I didn't have the civil. Where the buyer didn't miss a more to than as if I say, what Jina Prince Yama buying or not. There was a way beyond the met me. Son, yes, I said. Men Jaho say Indian Bianca Uncle Sinis are you. May chance when I said the Jan, as I become a size are not Sibu. Now, as a Sibu, yeah, and drink. And the more I hear from Minister of Interior and Fire Service, I walk here as NSA. Also, you have said, you pay in there work on high now. Also, it's me every people I find the fire brigade. Now, what and a bunch of your youth employment program, a Minister of Youth Development. And the more minister now started to say, I was saying.
Right. Urinya fa large mun takamara ko so for here manwensem so eno no. Na eniema ode ba ye mo ni anwanya adwadifo so o mo mpe. O se be wo mo atore nche mato mo ni bi baabi da mo ni aduane die no. Na wo mo de wo store na ahye. Ye mo kwan no nsi. Ti ma ne bie ne bre ne mema nse nya aduane no mo pe. Ye mo kwan no mo kusi store no mo adwuma. Enti wo mo so de wo kan.
Come on, one Assembly Regional Minister said, "Well, the chairman, now come on, ready. I'm not the Ayamo yourself. I'm not the Ayamo yourself."
Right, the phone be and so canano. Evenya bre na ye di home komo. What is the best way forward? The kwampa bay in a befa so na ye de aboa avedifo any other matters said the macano. Benifo no di juma and enumere a Ura Kingsford also answer is an economist and a financial consultant and a basi ya na womoa omoboa bi wo no mo a kire no kwan ya faso di udwa bia onya bosia o de ye na dwuma asem sesi a kwan be no recover no say gina o na so bio. Dr. Samuel Afriye a political analyst or science lecturer at Kumasi Technical University. Women penifo mienu a ene omo ha ye be this intellectual analysis devoid of political callous and party callous. Tiwadwin chiri afabra 0551 599 933 so. Rackinsford wakwaba. Na ho ye dey.
Ajanadum.
You're
okay.
That's right. Doc. At long last. No matter who put me there. Yamiasi say etiasi. Ensura ton running there. Say tosad if you are not sim sierra. Bianca you who say Namboa.
And then now what trainer at James in Keto, the Anka, I'm saying, and you're my better from Kakra.
Right, I guess when I miss us in Froso. When you say a Jerry Ford, when you be brave, a deep jar, much richer, be no so quania, a more fast saw a manager with Juma. As someone told me, who say,
I have your husband can say papa, and I told you. No question ni sad down on me free. If you never, some chibokwa. Did you so for an saw smoke? Van Basse, daddy, some no. That mean, at there be, you see. Van toss a wash town area, baby. But yeah, quite him na. I feel you say, a co, the moon say around Kijitia. That's wow. Tim could draw Jumwa, no be sunny, pictures of them. Then, baby, who you need, baby, I be customer back. So quickly I call her. No, so the name in she will feel. The Mukacha said, don't worry. Sabra. Can be our service or more about back. Newman say, Sebastian. They came to in Yanmofo. We bring no one the banks be a Juma. Almost can umutum.
First of all, ye a quani or first of planet baby or what's here. Na owe as a Kumasi group, when I say, Nipano, I hope she need you as some in no space be a bar na amount for be a baby at San Wine Juma. So Rasa place baby as ya. Oh, you ought to be quite no of him. No, baby, I will fib you. We no more fire service for support, but Minister no crab which him say, and dear mum here the age when the bindi hole. But said the honor tiano. I baby, the insurance company crack or say. Ogo issue be sawonye.
Ofa ade kesia ya na say Ghana need dash bia wa ha. Sana asi huno. I didn't share secretary bia because me kind of railways because tamana me go school na me takra de no. Na ba ho na sa de mani ho. We call form no start say eba. Obia regulate omo. Yeso ho railway for dia. Came for ho railway for dia. The omo na basically omo fufishawa ni railway for ediliwia na. But en fa ho ahomete. Say Wofa be on floor say buge to say bru an for no wo na. Just say be pie space me bia. Space me bia. Sa sembe tuenya. E be fa. Na ase ye plan ya de ma ye nwene say bi betima den asi. Sa dem hu no. Ye nwene say bi betima asi o. But bi betima asi. Esia what we do? Hono de no kwasem ni. Almost see ebi mo sis kakra ne kwana ye fia ne dem and the 100 in fact me nya hu se ho na hye no dem kan say ne amanfo wu because there no way fast for wetin wuram fast for wetin wuram the basically no e ho ye nnua na wo ho ye mpaboa ho ye force all ne ma ye wo nyina no ejeto mo a hye ana de catch cry gas cylinders no show because obi tira hwa no di no kufie enti ejentomo there's no way fast food to hwe the me say I will say show leadership o kuma se ne Ghana nyina baby biara ye di dwa ye me hu say makwan dem se ne be ya sam tuyen ya bi to wura but ye ntim mfon de ugya ya e be ne e be because obi evi say ne ho kire no opa bi ahye ayebi enti baby obetena there be enchi closer leadership should tell us that there be had ye yentena ha ne so tra na aboa but now no yenjane sa ye mum tukwan say your community markets say your force for a ebi om nyina wo so ame wo pe force a wo ko so ame empabo a ko nyina wo patas dwam wo pe empabo a wo be ko ba ye die no everywhere ko dumu a kona bi abogo so edim ho no a force for say wo de car for ye force for my for nyina fa wo de car for ye and a cause of that traffic but obi an carry asem tue wi a afa na say ye be ye when because a man of on the entia omu anyintum ni say mo ye wi am fa mo mo ye wi a e be dare kwanta
na ebedi nasen so no ma ye
aha aban so wetra ho a keje tie say bi ebi ba kugu bi a how many years ni
that dia mo no cry ye no e fa se ye no fie mi ense
eh see ye meaning say man no nyini ne mrante nyini say mo ye wi mpo a omo se beka keje tie say no say community Dubai no community areas but say anya sa why afa ye den ene etugum they are say ye nye truthful to our people ye ni no kura ma ye ho say diru kama ye ho a ene ye di senia ye mra ye hye no paper aha iwom ne to ne mo ha unni ho a untimi tena ho ke kama enti me gidi say leadership show who giant dia ye ne ape ko head as law obi e do pe but me nyini say kumase ya ye ni laws a law be brain o but ni na ye togum ende be nsotui kokwe efi agro de be gidi say I was say transibio na leadership should show say need enema ye emwa emoma no ntumpo ebe cause fire be breed bia we ja omo a omesi ba obesi say omo ti no enti nam say omo so omesi ntimi na otumi a yemfa red line to baby so hade mo sikura yemma spacing yemma kwan yemma bibi nsi na mo si a no mo si because aband we si a yemfiem already aband oni kapre edi we na nkan ne ma ho na we tom tie be si a e be take more than 8 years ne enwie but dipa on ton ade but ton ade we be hwe ne ma de dan ya me gidi say oma omunsi ne mmom yɛma kwan ɛdɛm so that at least BBC fast food to roho no modum jare ntem
right that's it ameka doc
yes
I said yes e bi a akotwam kura na onwa ntwam ahunu pictures ni nyina o can say
me nua kofi medase na me chia me nua so and when you nya opportunity ko ho na me hwe wo screen so TV so ti no anwumre me call na me say we dey nya sam ketua because o hwe nipa dodo a no mo ahia like omo ho na me information said they have about omo affected, you know. I think they are more than 1,000. Omo table top like you how shop uni shop no so be so omo was structured stores and so more than 400. Na because they say apempom you be a omo table e be kitin be so I think they are more than also 100 or so. That shows say hono nipa wo. So we are thinking about more than 1,500 people or more or more business. We share a choir faso ye dready, ye manage and I say ye safety measures, ye have taken it serious. Here a hard dream pa. Me I go feel better. See, I got information say the KMA fire tender no nyejuma. Intina atonsu fo ne emse mampon.
KMA de nyejuma menhia
nyejuma.
Inti trapatre ene joso no ne bae.
Na nti uni awo vinti ye.
Na according to minister no say 2014 into fire tender ma fire service for that.
You see,
your priorities. Fire tender since 2014. It will be my fire service for that.
You know, if you hear a jaye adebia and nipa is indispensable. You can't live without a jay. Utifia obe yusuja ejumem for car crano. Said the risk factor of a jano is very high and it's part also our lives. Until what see you take that risk factor no seriously. Say they are a betimi a bar quite best so and a fast or betimi handle. And what they are crack. And a banya benina no says our fire service area no yen share ho. Say police, near share military. Yes. But fire pan to I remember say President Mahama said no ma sa new service commanders no or catch them. Say on one personal be take that challenge say obehwe sa fire say I hope say obetimi edi sa abortion so but no kurani me go finti hwe the enclave of Edum market central market ne a year na ye ni fire station for a market whole West Africa one of the biggest market we don't have a fire station ebetimi even educate and Crawford to was a beer, Sadene cry, I didn't bother one. Send you betting me, you soon.
Me try no one say, KJT Dubai, I must be fire station. How many tender?
Yes. But let's say the crowd was our fire, you know, in this association.
By fire station, no tendency, you are BBC, I'll meet my BBR.
And it's so would you have ball at home, but you know, anyway, now you need any fire station covering that market. Said that is here doing. Do we have a fire safety measures? He said now you are near Sinifo floor, no car park, a EBN utukwanya, Sanka Danya, aye old anyway na any sa fire way no. Omo was our steps here, metal one here, or my head around net taradano, in case of a jebiana, no mafaho no moko. And now say bibi kura sikura na nipa betimi afawo esifom se minio emaya yetimni sa safety ayi die yemfanya wo de wa se bia wo tu kwan na se wo kwa akra wo de no wa krafia wo krafia 15 minutes ni afra wo dru he ente bia 30 minutes ni afra wo dru he ye be fro be 5 times all because our roads are not safe.
Fear.
And ye environmental safety pane a risk and ya my empire by tinting. Ne debia ne nyame but so ko kro biswa your mom pay and fadi be home because the system is running and effective. How do we sit down say itimitra homa sa market way etimi ehye ana me no go hwehwe mu a enuoma nti se de na ayi senior kan yi wo hwe enuoma ye ton wo hwa efrefra there wasn't ka even cry hono cry said anye well or you cry organized cry wo se etimi hu se aha ebi a ye ton pabo wa ha ye ton meko wa ha ye to madam fubi the shop nso warehouse me ni bi was blocked we no obi so tontu ho o mu yiyi ni o man ni say jaso koto mu na pepe wo so udwane run for your life because who nim ebi timi tu na koto aman for ni o maso. How do we merge say kaba de ne sa we no etimi frefra enwoma ade ne highly risky in terms of eja yes so ho enti keno sa no ke bia wo session bia eno nko awo eno no mo safety measures a mo ya eja kura to mu kura na omo kwan am fa so be but when nyina efrefra ana kwan a ye fa so a ye manage ye market no me ya ko fi nko yi na minim we are near the politics abewudam ni asɛ no ye mpem krofo a se bi omo nimde ebi wo 1 or 2 wayi bi no mo engage amanfo ye ya de bia ma me lecture bi na ka se ye mfa humobro nya economics eso so obeya na ayi omo de ya betumi na me nko single mother ye ma me ne enua ma de bia ase omo kunu mo wu eso so ye wo ho
Makoje
bosia mintimintia me de me ba ne ye me nko na me single mother yes a job for man you know single mothers all because ye the sa human centered way ni ye no akope baby manya mintimintia me ba fisi amana hye nanse ya na yete se won se you say baller ho se the car kotwifa obi so uyi na free ho pe na politicians so so aba be gym vote nti ni power nti ye ya na edi ho abro se say marketing nke ye se nke ye jabi ne de kwan betutuma ya preda ba ye tnawa masem ni siwie ne ya ye reactive kind of human beings ba nipa ye tnawa nye sa ye mpanifo ano mo da ya no ewo ye wi o mo manage ye kro no maye no bi susu enkoyie ebi nkoyie bi ya go fi mi nipa de bia mka se nipa no sebi nipa adwen nye ti se de bia obeye bia no objective na se onye yi woni ne tena se no te wase a na wo so te na se a bigiri se bibia betimi akoyi we ya omo so omo be ya omo so omo ntwe ma omo ntwa kwan entumi omo no omo tena se ni bi wo ha sometimes no enkrofo omo te wo no omo so sometimes omo solutions so etimi eya adwuma wo na ye ani akoko school yi ni ade yi pen ne paper betena ho a ni aya
book mo na state management in the menyini
oh me go o nyini wan
oh yes no baby akejeti America Dubai baby yes I was at KMA omo ye PowerPoint presentation try na de ne bia ye week inti ya nye feasibility studies na sisi ka se omo nkota 3 years ni enipa 800 omo shop se ye no 3 years ni omo tifie
ayi hodiba hodi no omumie
David 3 years in omo from sa
adan
busa mo amahene o se abemu mpanifo se de odobeko bia no mo ho asem ka 3 years ni
de na se omo ye elections bia amafo de ko ye policy kakra na no zo omo nye
yes ye no 3 years ni
ne se krofo ho no mbesi de matimi survive
ya kwan a it is krofo ni na omo dwe train na som tifie it's already ya ye ne kama na de na ko
empo ni na 3 years
na se ka se ebesi for front na kwota fi aban se obesi amawa dog ko beti ase
eno de omo ntwe because omo experience no I didn't come here proposal the politics about be problem
because a book mo no yebesi be wie kra no ya wo kra nya bi
yes ana me de go fi ne kra ni enu bebu ha ye ton a ye ton ne dan mi ye ton ayimu me van say o ton ayi a application a or condition application here too. Baby, what? Yeah, certain type of market be a ɛno no wɔ ne style so you bet me and bodua be omu wo sa anam ɛhɔ no so no ɛnyɛ market o ɛyɛ railways for there enti untimi mesi physical structures ɛyɛ permanent wɔ hɔ ti sɛ de omu asisi wɔ nkyɛnkyɛn but inside na ahye ne de menyi ni sɛ omu bɛyɛ structures bia na sɛ menim sɛ bia ya tɔn dia omu bɛyɛ ne market
sie ne pa na adwadifo no sɛ mo da mo fa plan mra na mo nkyerɛ sɛ de enye no yɛn ya de pesika
na ya de
mo hwɛ sɛ yɛ na sɛ de mo ka no yɛ ka sɛ yɛ jama mo sɛ mo nsi
oh nya possible omu bɛ sɛ no so mbe say ne say omu the politics be wuram obi be ma bi mu 10 ebi mu 20 we si hwan omu be ya de nti we de structure nti say de omu kan ya omu famra minim de oto ame so minim de oyesei because ene minya opportunity na me tie say omu pese omu ye standardized shop no se nipa 1000 na no mahu say bi omu ye equal ama obia na bi aba omu tabletop no ma ye yi. If they don't get the people involved, it will be very difficult. Anna, the experience of market says, ye che marketer, e putting crophobia, omuni cry no money ho. Ubehena, sebsabi, na minister be a genedie, na weswa genedie, na party chairman genedie, omu yeso no masa beton. Omudia ma political favorite no masa beton. Yes. And the who also have a no ton here or ho, ni bibia ni but because of ne link bintino. Na fedie, wabenya opportunity, no abeji be 20. No no so twitwa ton and also the man for. And this is how ye ho. Enti so mo betwe de e be very difficult for them to ensure say the place no betimi ane de. Let omo man crofo no enye involved. I was disappointed say omo say mo no omo because obi che wade age. Ekomo de Ekomoya sebi matis omo use press release abepacho the Blue Gate Association say em sempedifo no je na omo bimu na omo mpese omo ye yi say eye frustrations ni anger sometimes no say nipa unini ngita ho bia na of the sudden no but minister no view no there I agree say nipa within the short time no ebi a wo nyes kan to aduantinka mo ni anwa bi die you know enyo mu nyina because I learned say the group no penifo no je later no mo cheche omumu ni ntinka mo ebe chama don't forget say nya mema nkwa na wo ho ye wo ma wo ho ye wo merewafo wo ho because na me na bi no to yes single mothers most single mothers association single fathers so eti ye betimi nya vulnerable people wi wo ho a wo abranted bia wo de ohia nkono anwamo a me favorite dia na ja obi su wo mu a obetimi age enti the intent of the minister no me jiri say na nye bad intent say o man neglect it because regional minister cannot take any appropriate measure without going to the KMA. It's because they want to acting chief metropolitan enti also assembly this year no inform wo. Then any decision say even they want to undertake any project biana, he has to inform the members. Otherwise, we're contravening the KMA a provision. Yeah. So intino enya de bia say bia ebi omoyi omani na omo be chemo because the briefing was that the minister wanted to ensure say omo ye disadvantage at least any occupy okakra until say
I came with Nadmo. Say Nadmo said I say.
Yes. And then a hold on mobile. It was a presentation. But now man for him say because say chakra be chaotic. Say nipa wo che we no nti no mo so mo groups no. Dia man penifo no omo nim nipa wo ho. And omo nim we nim ne groups e wo mo nti no omo na betimi a charge ni ye. And that was a very good nti no. Tina make us say me Kofi they should get the people involved.
Okay.
Purpose family hall na da hopa. Omuntan sheshia omo ho. They should tell them no mo so nji omo views.
E ba on say kantamanto say jama omo no within a short
time no ma ye wi.
Tike mo omo no better hu say omo yes na say jama mo say there. Ya no there. Rakins for me mra so ye hwe sikasem. Yeah. Abranche ba go so a ye adwuma mfie du no ba ko ho. Dwetri nyina ekọ. Say na okay mo yesika ho adwuma manfo consult mo ne ade say asem to be say how does he or she pick up the pieces?
Okay.
See there on one way to the BRC.
Okay.
And now on the bank here, and a bank crime and facility what they juma. If I say a bank for more than the Asia going to declare the bad debt.
Oh,
no,
near say, oh, facility. And now when you facility mpo, na oh, baby, what the bank near Juma, say credit union, say actual bank. Here na anything.
Okay.
Because they know you. Omba hana bejiska, and now na adeba, so they know you. And the same say tour. Omwa bank quite me transfer your customers be wo. The more. Inti omwa bana bi ma shase room pe omwa omeka omo ye adwuma no. So waji loaner yen nyam bad it. But normally no ye di fufuro besa kan na ya 2 years ni mu. The was be a and got 2 years ni tua. Because to 1 year. Akoka 1 year. And the moment another one ade account. Now you have 5 years.
That is when the pan baby or year
that is it.
They say everything is gone. I feel cry near the quania. Say you bet your mama the sea be shas and now say within that interval.
Say Nina no a encasaye. Banks will come. If I have piano. Okay. Piano or hona, you will say, no. Titru so mbisi. Se won ko so musia. Uni capitabia. You go to them.
Okay.
So on by assess like krebi and we say okay, any pan structure no obo. Enye ade bia ne bo odi bebri. Ye nua wo so che do ya. Send obo hia dey start bi. But they are free. And the more we are, no more years. More years and say per month you to bank kitten. Who start here? Kakra, because we okay, low way the more be the next 3 months in JB. Now start here from the 4 months going in. Now ya chi years no. Now my payment na yan kitwa. Now ebia interest ko say utia more no ya start so. So that at least everyone was status how name near ever didn't say only bang be anya juma. That's where what the difficulty no war.
Only phobia.
And yeah, no wapem. I buy one more 5,000. Anything more than 5,000. Because we pay about 1,500. Send of more. Ka crave no bit more. Name so only bang me a juma dia. And the 2 man full. Say first canon show the bia. And the banks also manusia, yabafa. Nusia, who took back cabafa. Next canako, baby bread, yes, I show. A joy in a show, and then inside as she go back. So we is getting free wire,
and you're near mana crass and Sika.
So we is getting free wire, and get she, Kademanashi, Scandia, Kikrow. And Tibutima, and your man, and one for. And I say, Crano. What they are called funny man and a banker. Banker here will turn over. That is it. That is it. You see, a more brave ho. But so when you be a Juma, Obia so new. Bank no more, me a Juma in the morning. The bow in China. Or no, but my friends over there, but don't worry. Low no one, you should not be a bear around 100,000 B. And they were home.
100,000 also.
100,000 been there one. But meaning say so ba
wait ya ohene
oh the turnover and they be no one oba give another 100,000 to her no I share any problem and no one say when you be obetena e man on am years more years ni ati rate no so rate time e moka also moka ni ati so ni man kwan so ti akra
okay
na kakra na kakra no de kwa no de woni bank be adwuma woni problem kra but the problem you say be bre o ha Obe bang umutum. On bang no mudem. From before to umfi and back every day. We are the sad dia. Ashie, huh? And the one here, Abufumano.
Yeah, in him say under your risk management policies, no. Say Nipano was taught. Dying cry. What you call be in problem to me, mano.
Yes.
Kaye.
Yes.
But baby, we need permanent place of doing business. Who run on one? Obaba was so me the pabe 5. Apataba kono. Do be a near Macacrown, the idea, no be a it just say, who are maybe or ye Jumano. Yeah, we consider that.
Yes, we do. When you are share, Nanso, Niana say, ye system muno. You say, I buy a part of us. And the abatana. And we say, market and sana, oh pretty. And a one more Musua, Uninska. One more Uninska
risk.
And we calculated risk. But oh, share, Nipan Sana Manua, so when Piompa, you won't say. Oh, it you calculate okay, Nipowi, your born beer. 1,000 cry, and no years can be. Sango for me, a crack. A crack, do you know a crabanoa? No, a chassis. Now, or to Susu. Yeah, you did the be every day. Susu, no, tia, no, you know the back crack. Be brave, so yes, sir. A be yes, I think the boy me bon musifi. But be brave so, and yes, sir. Because the thing so maybe Miska to have managed a bank and a gooey until now. But yes, sir. You are killing your own self. No more recently, ever say, Nelson Eden Yara. Ye be bow, oh no dear. No one store one dear. Do me why I know you so store the unser store, be crowd, but go store no be a war. Now she turn over a boy, not the man, now Ojin de Bia. We should turn over. Some of them who look at turnover are very huge. Very huge.
That's why I said the Niska.
Oh, the Niska, but turnover is very huge. It's all one any here. And your profit, there be 10 over no never just be to a tier. To me, say, young man, member of Hono, young chassis, cessinity beer, for who bought bank be, for who bought credit no be. A bassa, you have no problem. You go to them, they will sit down with you. What do you want to do? The other person say, okay, say, okay, then okay, ho, you see a ubo. Uba is saying. Also, you be 5 times bit person. Okay, we are. Open so shassia say, oh, be a baby, you know. We are 50,000. Oh, maybe 50,000. But bill 2 bills, what's that? If someone can start with 1 bill, now, crack. We know that it become. We know it become. The one more bag in Tanya, dear, is in time, moratorium. You don't want any
And not the money,
and on the organ ha MYA. And Edema, and Edema, Jachiano. Yes, it's your Chosu. But I didn't buy the beer.
Or talk cars and my transport unions. I think they give them that money.
I know, dear, and they say big, huge.
Go on, my
a very huge. A very huge.
Now, why you do my crack or car that cheap. And son was
and a very huge time. Boja for there. And there was some of the Yamoton. And there, yes, oh. They be here to 210 cities. I said because of this loan to 20 cities. No strategy, but soon. That's a little problem. But the SCADA bank be no dealer on more time. Because who say, oh, shall be a said who for cry. And to be our no deal piano, by all means, or more little time. At least 3 months, 4 months to go ahead and trade with it. Now from there, no. What shall I say? Utia. Now, boy, until you say, one more money banks here, you want India. Many problems are bound to Muslim Quadia. They are not half at all. They will come back, they will come to the aid. Because man now, no, Ubia shall say, Bank Bia shall say, the call for, I must say, okay. Because why you know, now we call her Bobia. Or lose can, or lose no. Yes. As I'm told me, it's me, Queen, me, my shall say, Miss. Draw strategy. I do. Do you say on your corner? Bank and more crabia. We shall never talk. Crabia now that chocono. No, I don't know. Okay. That's a free.
Yes. You share. You am my any. You am more this market now. If it be financial inclusion, say. Ye di on beka ye system a sikasem na dwadi sikasem kwa animu no mostly na na bi mu ye e was certain perception ti said ye Mr. Kingsford dey kan wo hwe so mo banks ne dey how mo save wo banks and they don't have much problem at the same time no bank no club say hu because only obi wo relationship I do this time anything na ye ko bank go save. You do baby, I also who say Nipano wako situation bi nti package crowd be man crowd no even the banks board and whatever can decide say customers say wo this blue say blue light say bi o me be 200 a more special package for them and even crowd no betimi encourage say wo crowd na wonyam crowd buy no wo be join the crowd na we can also give you another package nti the banks has a role to play nti we are buying any banks any be needs also na omumpe special arrangement to be enfama sanko because omo data no based on the information and you say they have data of all of them now how much you say they are more than be 1,500 until no based on that no he say Ghana card will be until no betimi facilitate the government no I'm looking at where interest rate anyway no a bank should be a guarantor for omwa sebi even cry woni ayibia no na sa fund ya account ya mo bi regional minister bia amount for deposit sika wo mu no they can even use it as a basis ombetimi akoji bia beka ho na omotimi achichama the various groups na ewo mu no na de open loan kura no aban so atimi abo eno kura betimi abo ama say no ombetimi atwe wo because it's an opportunity for the banks or the these financial institutions to get people on their side. A marketing strategy. Ubeti wujashi bra no zero account. Ebeti mi ama say. Now what the more customers because they nipa no wan ho chirem. Kakra bia obeya abe reduce amount abe man space no. Obeti mi aba be your customer.
Sure.
And now unim where nipa kon ba be bigger customer next time. Especially omo was our shops here, omo was structured ones he say. I think say bebre na meti say so be no ye wona baba akọ ne maame ne papa efrim na em say ne maame ayi omo ye wi sika ye onyina no kakra omo de ma no de bebie ayi shop na eno so ahye this is one one say one one kasa the left and right pa de e such a person no how do we handle them? Any assurance hope being our bebre was situation be more for now they don't know their left and right because only bank bia only ayibia bibi kakra bi so the government should hold them and give them hope.
Sure.
Now omuma unje woni da so nti eno na me stress say mom nko fa ban line bia me see let's give the opportunity sikana kura na aba na kura no we can use that to build, to give them materials to start. Now, if you be and we are crowd no here, more share, we say more data, you say you can manage them very well.
Sure.
So, unti ya dia what's a young casasono? Tilamaka say, and penny for no managing market and so no, a BSOM because I was saying, Timinia on Crofo winning in banks and financial institutions, no, or mutimi any opportunity to talk to them. Obi because of bad experiences, you see, a bank when be a Misika Kodauna way is our debt exchange here by any. It also put fears in people. Up to now, me go. It is a discussion more market.
Oh yes, Libre.
Yes, a guy be on the shop or on the I saw more senses can near you say no. Into Mukofia, no be a bejano. Into no eyes where it was local bank and I just say a honest wash. Wow. And you almost says he can't 1 year getting in ash. 18 that case, it is over any day. Yen man, we no BBC, and yet Central Market and a blue market in Quanania, or more to market, or more other markets, no. Sebi yen sua bibin free na ye make sure obi wo ha wono abedo ne ho backup awie no matter amount bi a aye bia no bia wo link bi wa save kakra and the saving culture of our life no so me ya kofi ye ni bi ya fante te yen ye de na nko agine di ni agye di no matter how no ke bia kakra bia wa save e de say de minu yi ewo sa financial kakra na wa save no bank ra betimi ahwe ho edibi kura mawo amansi hunu kura beba fom wo bi da ho a untimi enje de ebema watua interest ne mo wo kakra be ka ho no eno na abetua interest nti that culture of say yenwia no ye bestimi save kakra no yemfa nwura yemu na torenchem ohwe Media of the environment, no, I am spiritual too much. In Tadia, yes, a physical be, Nebia, I see a day, and you matter to Aquema. And on Ayana Kuviema, I Abrabonia easier. We are not saying, say, Ubenya Bibia, but BBC at Rencham Sia. How do you survive? And on the saying, you know, Yen you are pay insurance, fire insurance, was in Yamebe, no, what to say, insurance companies, no, Yabeko. Who try to say, oh, who save towards fire? BBC, ya. Oh, Yame, oh, what do you seem to do? Be a budget policy, not too. But BBC say, ya. A whole no more, what to me, I build some risk a yibi, a CSC, a ho, and a yippee, Sebema or life, and also, what to me, I stable, I'll bet to me, I carry on. It's your best reunion. What they are said, and your blue light for Uncle Mama Canina. Well, did you be a Momo, sir, a doom hay? Oh, Mina home. Because the Jadia, Missy Jadia, part of us.
Okay. That's it. Dr. Samafree, on a rackets for those who are or won't be known at Dr. Samafree, lecturer, KN, Kumasi Technical University, or South Political Analyst, rackets who was on also financial consultant and an economist. Ye kwa ni mabia message no kakra na afi ye hwe containers a ayra ye hunu bi. Iwia nya we the battle between the chief justice and three petitioners. Say ebeye den. Dey na be si Ghana interesting times ahead. Ghana mai enema hapa semsi. Okay. I say mami hwe I say good evening offer please. I would like to plead with the current Council of State members not to entertain any fraudulent and bogus petition against the CJ by enemies of progress people, because I know that the Council of State members are people of level-headed personalities who can think far more than near politics and cannot be controlled by a remote control. This is because Ghanaians want to move forward. That is why we voted for the new government. Collins Ohene Ejekum from Koforidua. Teacher Eric Manso address you will be in his cap. Governments will allow governments will allow and guide Kumasi traders to build their own stores, which will be faster for them than the government. Okay. Good evening, offer. What is the president telling the farmers? He thinks we are still in a campaign season. You promised to buy a bag of cocoa 7,500 cedis because the previous administration was insensitive to the plight of cocoa farmers. We expect that increase should have been part of his first budget and not propaganda. Nana Mwako from another way free buyer senior. Good evening. So, are we serious as a country? These politicians are our mate in university, but get rich quick when they entered into NPP or NDC politics. Why? Compare it to teachers, nurses, and other government workers. Lows on the DNA, Dr. Chromosomes, and cars. Or senior, these politicians have nothing for Ghana. They are belly in today. Professor Jampo is mute. Ha ha ha. If being a lecturer is good, my question is why resigning for position in government? Article 71 holder now. Being a lecturer is very good. Very good, for a noble profession. Right. Of a good evening for your good work done. Please, I heard you say that President Mahama is saying that he needs fast track to try only corruption. Please, President, you try your clearing agent NDC members first, starting from the current governor of Bank of Ghana, Honorable Collins Dauda, and the others. Please ask President Mahama for me, where is the flagship policy, 24-hour economic policy from Bright, Takwa? Mr. Host, I heard the president say that for 4 years there had not been any increase in the cocoa price. What a double standard from the president. You were asked by the opposition to increase the price, but you didn't. NDC, the talking is too much. Let us translate into action. I'm Yeboah from Bebieni. Wofa is shameful for marketmen hooting against a minister, and if they can build it themselves. Why are they calling on government in the beginning and everything becomes politics in Ghana? Kobe from Asen Praso. Teacher Kujo from Tepa Suso. Or say, President Mahama must be cautious in the decision regarding the removal of the Chief Justice so as not to create the impression that he is incapable of working the people of independent thought. Ghana is not just for NDC members. Everyone is important for the reset agenda. If everything becomes partisan, where is the country heading? Greetings to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah, Kuka. Good afternoon? Good evening. I'm watching you live from Asante Mampong Amset campus. In fact, okay, I think this one is about something else, not about what we're talking about. Ghana, boss, occupational hazard and safety, LI, has lied in Parliament over decades. That's how serious we attach to safety, Dr. Akwete. Okay, that's how you want some crown. Okay, please, Mr. Host. I wrote to Kokwa in Sekwa is in Bastard. Okay, Ukwa in your own. Good evening to you, and your cherished panelists. Ghana is on serious country. Our leaders lavish the country's resources for frivolities from SK, Father FK from Kenya, say Kumasi, and what do we and so a free Ebaye. Okay. For the Kumasi fire, the government should pay way for the people of Kumasi to have their own plans. Good evening. But I'm wishing myself. Oh, okay. You are coming to wish yourself a happy birthday. Good evening, boss. Per the video that you just played, did I hear James say for the past 4 years there is no cocoa increment? If that is the case, I think he is actually a dead goat. When you saw cancer, maybe he was talking about the first 4 years. And I say buying to kukum. That's what I heard. I agree with your guess on inadequate safety preparedness. It's worrying our level of safety in our country. You have more security units, but virtually no safety preparedness to mitigate risks. So a buyer. Okay, I'm if I were in to Mr. Host. We the newly recruited teachers are suffering. Okay. Market my own. Check a crack. Be a banner, Yehuejuma. Masaudu from Bantama, good evening, Wofa Kofi Appiah. I commend the Ghana National Suppliers for their swift and selfless efforts, which brought the fire under control before it could extend to other adjoining structures. Kudos to the former Vice President for the nation to support the victims. Regards to Chairman Wofa Kofi Appiah. Right, Yemfa Nunsiana Yenkoyenim. Mamisha see a second round of free Dr. Summer Freeze. Doc, containers a toira, Ghana your Maya, and confirm the DK to Iraye. And excavators and so to Iraye. Electricity Company of Ghana in any problem. Ghana, we energy sector is CG no problem. Or more a ton can you amount for a won't mean yes, can break even cry. Our containers 2005 in a big harbor. Minister Beckham was I feel you call him more 1,350 aira. Ate say yebe hwimu ene yate se mu 40 akopie India Navy warehouse o menti doc ebeye because we need to akọ habo akoyi car na bibida akoyi ni mo haboda
me nko ho dear but my observe from afar.
Okay,
say
yes yes san what even the idea
yes.
It's quite worrying to hear this news. Anyway, I mean to you.
Nah, I don't mean Yama so 19 years na, and I mean who year because 1,300 contain an engine a year to few. And a year sachet water was a day you. I can't because the prof was a phantom. I
can't take fire.
Contain the kakraka wenumu maku 1,300 a year. All of a sudden, from where? How? I'm for process BM1. I'm a group port. I think say Penifon some Becca Bibi in train. And I say, Bia, Irano, ye, and Tiasi, be a different kind of missing. A Bia, I don't know, a Bia, Sayana, Liga for the Bumcrofobu times you are the Nayasum, Nibia or Hobart, a Bio. But 100,000. When did it happen? Now, 40 no. I think the minister no and yet the right investigation before he comes out.
Yeah.
He said now I say for 40, 20, way. No, the minister should give us a break. Only the right. You see, that is why I have a problem with some of these ministers. Omo handle issue. As omo ba no babeka, like what the Attorney General did. Ofa didn't call court. But there's nothing wrong of engaging the media. But you engage the media when I want make it definite action. So, as a minister, so ya be as a weba na me say mati say. No, that is what we want to hear. We want to hear say, oh, say 1,003 ayira. Say. These people are in court. Then we know, say, you are doing the ministerial job.
In the first place, Doc, when you say the catcher, you say 2,500 containers, no. We be the catcher, no. And I don't know how who say, and pack containers, say no.
Say, transition report, say, ye ministry, ye hand over notes, and a man on that come home. No,
because the ministers are fond of doing that. Okay, say, na Pope, be education minister. And a kind of parliament say e-blocks NDC econo or 46. After 2 months, Baba can say on 29.
They don't get their facts right. I say Anna party politics need room in such a way say they always want to please their supporters. And I say they also want to send a message. Oh, yeah, becoming politics. Now what campaign now be in your position, and I don't know if it be a transition. No, yeah, still they think that they are also doing a campaign, and I say one more year propaganda, and I say more the information being no. Ya tuaba amau, what be a minister? You don't engage the media without having a conclusive kind of issues confronting your sector. We investigations. Say. We are not taught him. She said, 1,003 men and I say, or how? The minister should be up and doing. Minister for Attorney General, you have not sent 1 or 2 people to court. I'm expecting, based on oral report, it be a manyanipa 5 way, midwalk court, and I'm briefing the press. So that when you will say you are making a headway. We are for me who know we are now always be so the Batum fugitive, no money in the Musa, always creating as if that as a woo be so 1 year. 1 year the right gathering of information, in fact, now the court na court to Kotochania was say a man for share on the court and I'm when you play within the people mind, the minds of the people, now you say a one person will make it judgment. Was a bedu baby now watch them. And no sign one here. Me know if we say only fact. As what they never court because there is a pressure on you. Because all the creative perception say when ye machi way, menya information way. At the old day we na fact also the court no. Uti wa obeji di say at the old dey kwa bagu. As what they be call because one found kwa a man for Becca say and there's party pressure on them. Attorney General name pressure that almost. The moment I see the oral report, I'm Attorney General say, because you have quantify the financial aspect. Say, we have $5 billion out of this. Now, I'm saying, what report to the Interfere will ensure confirming those information at the amount. Say you're right. And a pressure down so no one who the oyen hona and also can be say, yeah, chichi win, teaching chichi be more. And all these are statements. They can't the energy. Minister and say, Onya potre. Mom may tutun your man way say, can't say, oh, catch a gunner for near day. We don't have the capacity to investigate. We don't have the capacity to handle to catch and what do you want? You are a minister. We have been given a responsibility. Yen Tibin Kohono, and Yatu Obama, President Mahama, and Wabe Lidi, and one point is a Koheho. Koheho means that Adibia Biano, say, Mamuse Wayira, Mate Committee. Ye say nipa say ye do moko court when ye hu ye say then you are making a ministerial why a minister that. So I don't see why they want to still use these propagandas who be catch Ghana for what do you expect us to do. Me no go fi oti ye won no nim ho hwe me no izo no so oti financial ye won no so energy ho anwa nti wo catch no said ye anom dia be so dia be political game MPP for aso ha we susu aso ha esa ba he na ade no ade na yira ba he na nkrofo bi so na akowia say ya ban mu nkrofo yi bi say hwan mu bi na afa. The minister should give us a report that is factual and concrete. What taking definite action on that. No munya say or mumai because I did where to transfer. No, if you are not quite said they are confirming this. How we need to call anyone want to be. They should let us give some kind of credence to Ghanaians. Say a juma dia show monsano omonye. No munya say omode sa information bi ebe tutu in sa na OSP so aya ma say OSP no kra unisi so what say okakora enye because what dia be media sa eyi ase no akoye we bi tusika na nkrofo tusika wo ayi party bi ase na de wan kwacheche wo mo. You see, when you reduce your office to propagandist approach, you end up doing nothing. You end up not achieving anything.
Okay.
Other countries, even before they will come out, no one say what taking a DBA, what change crofo crowd or mark court. Our workers say, there's a problem, but you don't come and tell us the problem. Solve it and let us all be part of your governance, and that's what we are expecting. Intimate minister. Me yana me penasem ewo ekwan ya ofa so handle doomson but when pa die when die won pe bi fufuro bi na on pe kwan bi so betimi a handle na we die I think say it doesn't speak well of 1300 containers in there.
That's somewhere free, you don't know. Rockins for
me ra hwa no kwasem ni sa case o me ra hwa as a Ghana, you serious. Because me who seriousness be how near you container. Meaning what I say 40 feet away, say 20 feet, but I believe Omoni money back through 40 feet. 40 feet containers. 40 feet containers. Kakrakai, Tintini, 1,003.
I get a report.
Ayera. Young a car burn a fast ye. When the fire or call a sherbutu and the sherbutuma is a toffee, no the P. Obier. Cat a beer and a beer say Ayera. Ayera. Not yet was Ayera. You see, yes, you go 40. I know, on the say, you see, one politician speaking on, I pains me. One year, okay, because we MPP ni only. I say, make reference to last year.
I was so much man last year.
And gradually, he's putting MPP into the game, and it become MPP and this issue. This issue is not about MPP or NDC.
We are public servants.
And you can't have politics. But now they pull MP into it. Now the MPP and this nafi case, no.
And you may be correct. I say, I think you're marking on an board chair of ECG.
So they are pulling now. A year game. Now man want become a game. A end it. 0-0. But son of Brikai, we a minister. Or baby ayera. And yet Milka Utuba Midiano and the chess of your jumo. Before Bana war, and near catch say, a buyer no, say ayera, you say, as soon as the fire, or maintain the fire, or when go ye, you don't go court, ye do want some. And yet propaganda someone. But I say, I don't know, if you add this, don't take care. They're going to fail miserably. Because I said, pray, pray, but young to your boss and share. Oh, prayer, Uber default. Would you for we are say, oh, if for the judges for no emperor massam because what I'm showing him a ye court mra and yek. And the mran on the Jumana, who say, who are the nas, we say so, Jato, you go do no. Because I a bo. Take your time and investigate issues before Babon 10 when you are that. Actually, 1, 2, and yet backed by evidence. But near Kosudia, yeah, NDC going to lose because me who someone shamuniama. I said no Pia, they were set the same, Nabaka. But me want a investigation beyond what you are.
Or see the coming days, cases are Omade Bano. Can of food now be who say, some Casabadanum penny for the Primo, not a yatro.
And no,
maybe they have their evidence that they can
take your time
in the cases.
2008. This game, I don't know win in 2008 about 2009. Say yaw. Almost shot for 2006. And a chrono, and 2008. From 2009, April 2016, 194. I will on court. They did not take their time. What the good time over me? Here, Maslows issued by Cam Cotobre GPL2. Price in the Dasono a year over and above their price.
Kopi market Kutubia. Far.
Who's that? I'm before Scooty. I didn't that. I'm for beer. And so, can't come up to the side you. We don't know. Here, corruption who yao. Who are take your time. Nanya would tre. I wish you. And Bravo. And in a woyano. Near so with a ya or no one in Brano. And a yambre. So you take your time.
Yeah.
And you have a carbon tonight. I just so. Court. Don't say it. Here, near first Minister Ye, CJ, no, Attorney Ye, to me, a young Colasem. A young Colasem. And some boss in no. And for shame, go to court. Take them to court. Because now fat ye, uncharge no. Say what you say, what you say. Now, coming days, some will begin to sue, but sue no for defamation. Now, both say, and this one here, a be court and court. Now, a dear pa or some yano, now, a caho. Be court and court cases bar, a court and court, Obiancobi. Now, I'm forwarding in a new court. They should allow the system to work. Say, open the yen, police to the boss say, don't rush. When you now go to point, was case of crown. Say, you require a more. We just saw him more, but the point was Cocoon let be a let Tano afford us. They are a no window, and it I did dear, but come on, we are any. So we be a Juma, one person. A team, a cartel, a number to prosecute them, but Omunamotre. Media no to me caban, a yard does.
Okay.
A yard does won't take some time. One here. Contain another day. Ye train 40 no. Ye dear, 40 no. Why the Tomano and the Amudi?
Honey here no.
Why the Tomano? So on last year bar. Why the Tomano?
Haboda. Processor. Your gate 1, gate 2, gate 3, gate 4, gate 5. Now when we no crowd, the national script if you want beside cow. As I say, you near Manuku on here. Would the piano near sound near day? It contains a BS or number. If I cry clear, if I the demon, so what details in be BS or war system so. It is an present last year. Any containers in money payer. They should have it on their system. And this year, Indian, Ghana, this year, so Omumi. Say last year the with the man who acquire fast with pay, you know, or more I think they have cases to answer.
But my phone see here near a ya kakra afenema kaya a shock me say ECG contract no ebe endi wo habo na ECG also what try so ye no workers no so TI so you have to stop
me say we already have us
say me fa say let's say ka fu imbremia ubedo ha wo wie say be yi eye ko yi ade Dabi, eti emfa we no enka maka de o se yi de brem our house.
Yes.
And sana bayemo dia no. Dabi on contract there. Say this cartel no they know. E dey do ha na ye go. This
no more
trifa se no mo ton.
No wonder say obi timi nya meters na politician wa kobo. Okay. Right. Ibaba dey ba beto so ma me he message ne kakra. Now, Honorable, good evening. Can you tell the regional minister to calm down when issues come? The way he talked to the Ghana Fire Service wasn't good at all. Meanwhile, he himself knew the problem of the fire tender. The minister should learn from his seniors. Good evening, please tell ECG to pay us for work done during the election. What's that? Good evening, this is a do so pa at Ahinema Kobe. For 3 times so for 3 times doom KDM and government Nyantichua from Mahinma Kokobe. Maybe know if the women bank will not be centralized in the cities. If so, how can it benefit that majority of the women in our rural area teacher obey kwaso? In a tree, Rebecca Hon has 51 million cedis for the women's banking. Drew Anchors also answer that 1 year in Commonwealth, so we banker and near my Ekumu. About why Ghana politics is full of drama and comedy. How can you use rice and oil to build stores? Also, I find Kosoko build stores. Ostoashi, what do you make? No, see Jemo Kakrakudia. In fact, what might they did to Honorable Interior Minister was so shameful. You came from Asawase. Good evening, Wofa. Respectfully, I plead with the media in Ghana to discuss the misuse of social media by the youth of this generation because the insult on our leaders is becoming increasingly disturbing. You know, yeah, Jane. Good evening, Wofa. The energy minister should tell us that the energy minister told us that the containers were 5,000 earlier, and today you are telling us that 1,350 lost from the port. Why? Are we case? I'm Chairman Niyama from Cape Coast UCC. Good evening, Fa. Do you know something? This missing object is not a new thing to us because when your mama became president the first time, you all heard there was a missing cocaine, but later they said it was kunkunte. So this is not a new thing to me. Okay. Master Planner Junior Kintampo. It is clear that President Mahama and his NDC are lost in the jungle. They were not ready to rule this country, but Ghanaians voted for them out of anger. They don't have any proper plans and no clear road. No wonder today they don't have any proper policy document for their major policy promise, 24-hour economy. Ghana is bleeding. And also, I don't know. Good evening, Mr. Host. Your panel are not helping matters. For the minister to come out with information that he had made somebody to give a tip off leading to the recovery of 40 containers. Always forget about court matters. You should be finding out who are those that were in charge and stop blaming the minister. The Omo can say, can also minister call him say, me buy a container and say, na a biaira. Also, minister me can say a year 2005 a cabo. Any 2 months or say 1,350 ira. The problem is a brand new case container see no no. No acquire audit who say, sa ne ho. And I say, Koba, okay, say, ECG class, buy and say, Naira, you dear chino, you couldn't say. Until a month from Sadia, they don't say, over cousin 2,005 ira, and over nano, and 1,350 ira within this short period. But then the minister say, Indian is here, Tom and last year, meaning that a brand new catcher say 2,500 in the good habono. Maybe the number wasn't like that. Toto was you him, not you be hono. What they are about to Ghana for him. Why don't you want to finish reading my message or do not na abo adi hwidi o message bia service bia bia me kan say change dia masa ibe offer my greetings to you and your panelists. It's clear why our country is struggling to progress. Every ruling party seems to prioritize exploiting the state for their own gain. The recent scandal involving 1,350 missing containers from report is the prime evidence. It's baffling that such a large number of containers should vanish into thin air. I support the port workers, ECG workers, and politicians are all deeply implicated in this corruption. Thankfully, some of the missing containers have been recovered, and I believe those responsible will be held accountable and face the full rigors of the law. I mean, now, we do a quick one on the petition to remove the Chief Justice. Now, sort of county and then Sinipa Miensa, and according to Felix Kwachifusu, Minister of State at Government Communication Department, Omodia to just say, Omrekata Abasi Chief Justice get Araba Tukuno into that so, Mampenia Consult to Council of State. Okay, Article 146 of the Constitution, on a track choir, the first so a Superior Court Justice at the Freehold. Say, Judge Bia from High Court, Court of Appeal to Supreme Court. Be the Basi, why body into night, combat Chief Justice, or him in Sue more, near such a process. No, but for Chief Justice, one they are a bar man penny the command Council of State. Now, Mumu, as I see him, say, you bet me tonight. And then Chief Justice Atrocrata, Eddie Akoma, a copy president, a copy Council of State, a copy chairman of the Council of State, and one copy Justice of Kufu, former Chief Justice or Council of State, so say, or copies of the petition. I mean, can I cry? Or says, Excellency the President, Jubilee House, Honorable Duajo, Chairman of Council of State, and former Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Justice Sofayaku, former Chief Justice, member of the Council of State, the Council of State itself, requests to be given copies of petitions submitted against Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Saki Tukunu, Chief Justice, before conclusions of consultation between His Excellency the President and the Council of State under Article 1466. Respectfully, on the night of Tuesday, 25th March 2025, a communication from the Presidency was circulated on social media announcing that the President has received 3 petitions for my removal as Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, pursuant to Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution. The communication further stated that the President has forwarded the 3 petitions to the Council of State to commence the consultation process mandated by Article 1466 of the 1992 Constitution. Respectfully, as you are no doubt aware, it is the most fundamental precept of the common law and our constitutional dispensation ingrained into the justice delivery process that no consideration that affects the rights of a defendant can be made unless the defendant has been given notice of the content of a charge and an opportunity to respond to them. Further, no defendant can be subjected to a trial unless the preliminary process of receiving their response have been adhered to. This forms part of the age-old Odi Otteram Partem, that's the rules of natural justice, and the fundamental human rights of certain Article 19, Article 23, Article 296 of the 1992 Constitution, and all decisions in Ghana's jurisprudence. Up to date, on 27 March 2025, I have not been shown the 3 petitions mentioned in a communication on 25th March 2025 or given an opportunity to respond to them, which material is expected to form the premise for the consultation between the Council of State and His Excellency, the President, under Article 1466 as to whether there is a need to set up the committee of inquiry described in Article 1466 and Article 1467 for the trial of any issues raised. As you are aware, when a petition for removal of a superior court judge and Article 1461 is forwarded to the Chief Justice, the first requirement of due process is for the Chief Justice to bring the petition to the attention of the accused judge and to obtain their response to the petition. This is the right afforded every citizen in justice delivery and is provided that for in the Article 146 procedures. It is my time as Chief Justice. I have handled 5 set cases for removal of superior court judges and heard from them before determining whether a prima facie case has been made against them to merit the setting up of the investigative committee provided for under Article 1464. And what because the legal Chief Justice say in the Pamian Sound see into no petition crowd by a some crowd born quaid no said the Ghana may meratieno or the Oteram partem listening to the other side. All parties to a case must be heard. Ubaka me mukasemwa yese sushefa yemwa ti ubi dia ti uwo dia no ati enkwade nti o say mo me sanka petitions ne bi na me ma bre sokra judges num e na krofo de ba say de o ma yentie ntu o ma de so me tie o ma no asem sala me to aso de ne fa me hu de o ma me hu de o mu na yen hye agro na se na enne kro no ano MP for Tafo Honorable Vincent Ekwasifua also I invoke the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, Article 130. Say processor or mampeni faso saying to Chief Justice so no iti amra it is Supreme Court emo entumu. And all the Akoto Court inti yetimin kahwasem. Ti makane ne say emrano de free sabre crowd said that penifue ka ora na atani general de no ebehu bi pa court sembe doso pa Kessben say wutie NDC for na nipa bi asemo ka say MPP apreso ora saloto say sa no bi di petition come mampani ama saloto say ohunu nipa kro hwe kata akra koy wi jan be ka say de obusan kwa curious de otia say a friend be you ho ano two no ade so and we so abe said you so ye no ewia so ebeye Ghana yehu bi da say you two Chief Justice ade so de koso yi o kan say
Ghana at time bomb so the time bomb so I'm telling you we adibu gan adibu wo ho a den time fe nsanka and this for kan so mba Chief Justice mutu no and what you want on moye no
I was here people also can say oba Charlotte obetu no and omutu no
Charlotte say any Chief Justice nyepe o omunya hu ni amo kan nyepe hwe se Chief Justice we tu no aben bi about ne baba aben bi eba or the Chief Justice baba
on so ba obetu di o no
that is it adentina mpo mutu no. Why? The argument on you know, me shada hu say incompetent. One the children are incompetent. Also, medical ba could become President Kufado. And on Botugu, you say, Abobu Yajade in him. And now, we are back. I'm seeing Pamians. We have not seen them. And now, Oman fa imwasam antuja. Ade ya baba. Because a chassis dear 7-1, a baba. Here, see how we are. Judicial Roman say you. Media means to say, Bia, Ibituno, in Nimni BC. Passy Tunua Ghana, ya Timono, ya Bubunukra. That dear watch there, made the Betty Madriana say, now you pay a dear obedience on my. Because they lost so much cases of the Supreme Court. And argument they say because they go for the apake anything will lose you. And now President Mama Waka sa Kabi say case be akwa. Omuka they would be unanimous FC. Ama Bami Kwase dey e can be. So that near case of court no that is what they want. But me them say Ghana a time bomb so because area bia obia ho chenwa odwan koto a judiciary. So obi sisiu na ho chiwa that's the only place a bit for rescue. Now that area no any they say the Chief Justice TV in the video sir Muhammad appointed there. Yes sir. no appointed or no or favor no. That's how I see it. But a basa and more manager. And the media mesre. I'm from Codie, but the case be any more young forso and massam yasam. So what this car? What beside there will be a moon and the moment to ja. Oh, that's your code, or you say, near whom. But say, I will compare way to Salotosha dear. Two apple and orange. Apple and orange. It doesn't match, cry. But yet. Massam say, you hear Ghana. Say, you saw judiciary mudia near Ghana near area obia team call for rescue. Ayo.
Now, what did they say? Parties normal title NDC about more GDO judiciary. So the okay. Say, or more opposition to say, Bia judges new bois some of the map. The ruling government MPP by or more packet the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. It was somewhere they say crowd by Wumudia or more Ebeboa. They said the be or we be say the NPP bidding and no more. It is a recent
and you know correct. NDC won some cases.
Okay.
They lost majority because now only fact. But anytime we are winning no judiciary idea. Who you double on there? Enya Reverend Kusibuatin. So good to win. We are just not kind. At to forcing. And you the same judiciary. I'm not to follow the couldn't be in their kind. Almost my idea pa. But Sanda gave it here. Who call now fact a war. Because if I say election petition example, well, wouldn't you for one single vote? Uncle, you was our senior at the buy. No, judge the woman. And it's possible. We need fact be one cassa we election, who need figure be what's your yow? Get it, yow. You should know your figure, and then you challenge the figure or no, but only figure be what's your yow. Now you put your we know a but Jidi say we should be very careful. The steps now year to know. The Bishana meeting one more board, I'm coming now how you don't go. But it shouldn't be like that. I was a mra a Juma. I want petition all right. Young uncle, but my man also or a human being, your man no chance to see the petition. And a common law. A human right, a fundamental. Be as a man, no chichim. Many are dreams of petition President, Chief Justice, old Chief Justice.
Say man who petitions, so my fee, no.
Now, someone queen one. Dear Dean one. A queen one, or dear the call queen one. So a woman. So queen one. Dear the call queen one. Oh, we. Well, one called the lawyer think we are that. A common thing, so they will bring it to you, then respond. Because I said a call Chief Justice war. Me what? I don't see yes or case to answer. Meaning say, is she how? Who responded? Who responded? Who said there be case now there, but no response no. There's an issue for you to respond. And now you know, and you committee on you. So there's no biaka say, shall I say, who petitioner and you know correct. You go on, you cannot respond. Respond. I don't say no the buyer any case in the way there's an issue for you to answer. There's no way. So be respond who not to say court abase na say judge afro say be kasa na ku jona so kasa abra hu case no lawyer hu ye won respond na ku jona enya ensida the shall say oh hu the lawyers hu won respond answer na come what you follow. So I think say a simple thing. No, that will help him to know who, even who.
Okay.
How the petition by because I say you come on the buy. But so you win.
Yeah.
She not say you say no one could do for no that the buy. You saw them. You know their names. And it was so simple thing. From command. No to who. So that all of to respond. Oh friend no. and now so what we case in this morning like abetum upa mo hwe but still ya mo respond but judiciary na ye bu no ye hwe ni
me da say Dr. Free
me go fi say easy say timi chief justice like a president you bet me president easily. The three arms of government is not easy. So will be you will be a free hole. You can't compare the role of Charlotte Osei to Chief Justice. It's an arm of government. And so will be you the head every one. No case against that person. It's not an easy. We'll share the three areas now. It's talking about incompetence. So those people who are somebody petition they have to prove they were incompetent. And my men almost the track record. Say obi kranya but decades kram obi kraba kan wansema. Incompetent they won't get her. I'm not here to speak, but the fact needs to be told. Say Abino, they should concentrate on their work. He said that Mr. Kingsford can say, "Omo their matter to Ghanaians done where they are using their party agenda. Say omo opposition no tikrophobia they want to get out. Omo here ebezwe buaba omo. Because who opposition you targeted certain personalities. Ana mo attack you omo instead for you to say obeba na bebu o ma Ghanaians ho ato. Who Chief Justice free wa? Me no ebema maduane de beti inflation so ebeye dey. Chief Justice does not have an influence on the economic. You may agree or disagree, but Chief Justice is not a focus of Ghanaians. A parochial interest. Say, oh no, so if you don't build your facts and your case well, now the corners a court for no touching here. The only means is that you're in free home. And that's what is being perceived. Misbehavior, say be any behavior be. There are three areas. Incompetence, they won't get a woman. Inability to be send a body in the mind in there, you say be incapable, say they won't get one more than. Ni name Chinese say ni bibia and the body and ye bibia say on timi nyadwuma. So what are you going to use? It's an exercise in futility. That is what I'm saying. They should focus their mind on what matters to Ghanaians. And I'm telling you, this arm of government, he said Mr. Kingsford kind, nobody should touch it. Ghana for your fourth republic in the is based on these people. Parliament, you are politicizing. President is saying they are normal executive. Now judiciary na menu me no yakwa be ye no so wo so the politics ko wram. Oh, we cry say ko banche cry be tro wan DC ni MPP. What kind of system are we running? I'm not defending the Chief Justice, but at the end of the day, some many issues be bring it on board to say them press conference no move to dwa. You compare Chief Justice to Yisi. She is a head of institution, third arm of government. And you compare Obi on Washa Baby no compare na you say no, you can't do that. It's your best friend. I know yesterday, the president meeting the bar association. And was saying that they are not whatever. Mamena muko on watch rabano. Yet the mrana yajuma o maimuho. Yan fam ran yajuma, saka mami ko antimia so in. Yet the mra, and yes, mamena meeting can't think about a week or so, or say. He talks about the law. Law near come once a move. And your margin may dream say, my say. Say, President Ubezo Unifriwa. Process a different and yet easy. It's the same as the Chief Justice. Those who are embodiment of our law. And most selfish interest, you will be no person more ya. Focus on the agenda of the president reset ne. Sa zeal no mudi rewura. Sa ye incrophobia deno. The promises are Ghanaians.
Dr. Kuhn said a link to ongoing corruption investigations. Because if you say na ye cano, say cases no court they be hwemu ya atene na ye no entimi ama omo ani bima the test ihunu se o unanimous sense ni ade nti resetting agenda no o se ho si change Supreme Court and a superior Chief Justice bi a appointed judges mo mu di asem ni ade na masem ni bi kwa bi a etimi ade mu se ya na bi a Chief Justice influence who sits on which case several case with the MPP near fan MPP abandoned the buy the one akokodi tebe ya asem no uhunu say sa access ni bi no kan perception ni bi no kan e wo no e no kre
is it menjidi say issue bi ababia no bi the MPP mra na ye adwuma na say NDC mra when the ruling comes did they use the law me that is where they
make us okay say emre de omkushia former National Security Minister Kandapa say it's not always that you interpret the law in our favor. There be a naseba mechichi ma ye wa be mu no aboa yen ti sa asem na mabi ma say judges no bia yo ma say MPP aban de abane de e o se e kan asem bia ma obodi nkunim.
And I disagree because me jiri say ade de mra ebo mra no mu dia me that's what I'm looking at. Only alternative bia obetimi akọ appeal and obetimi akọ another way me that is how me and you may have certain judges or what ibia obia wo ne affiliation and I say ne sympathetic to whatever party ye nipa but at the same time ne dwuma oye no does it have an influence on that job? That's what is important. Ultimately, me can't say we be adwuma wo ye bia no ye the politics ye divide your mind into two. Still we want to divide the Chief Justice and I said the Superior Court. Or because we just say be a buying way that they buy, a buying way that they buy. Now the Mrano come out with the we just say what dear you will lie. You can't just live in a jungle and have your own way. Say what they say you are not. No, it's a strategy of the government. A strategy of my conceiver. They want to pursue it. Not at the old day, no, not dia a betimi associate because a what true because who the fawa yet them run by your and that's why you see say Mamena Traba. The woman will not sit down for you to come and just take say what be in free ho emra one year. No, and you are head of a third of government. And he won't mean for executive instrument be embewura ho na emra ne mra ne adwuma ontwe da and that's where litigations will come in and still he's acting yes mama ne temra what temra one the head of the institutions what the mra ba wi wama one hwe ya baby a de bekobia enkosi aga so let the president and his people
say council of state ya brena so council of state process na say the president may ask the Chief Justice to step aside. He may appoint an acting Chief Justice. That answer they can say step aside and proceed or leave.
Oh, say no to the so they say they want to stop the process. And a process no so no. Say Wofa process be more. Next one for the right year. Say Mrano also di adwuma. It does not mean say the moment the Council of State now all of a sudden no matter they will use the law. That's what I'm saying is that the law will be used. If you initiate an action, it doesn't follow the a procedure. So one for the right year, the umbe punchy holes.
Technicality.
Yes, umbe you were free. In ten I say, Omunya, but is it mamma punchy holes? Will be so the court say you don't follow the right procedure. Ain't you know? And at the same time, no, so no issues are nipakodia bano. Ebia no mode beba ne bia ma me se bi wako wi ade dia fine. The same issue be na a little bit of flimsy one they should not come and waste our time. No more keep making sure say they should focus on the agenda. Reset agenda no. Omo mi enhwe ho. 24-hour economy we are expecting that let create employment for our people. Na munya areas na mo pese mo de call no na yi no 4 years ni one we be litigations because I'm suspecting say because of oral. So they want to change to have certain people say be ya oral no agenda no. Oral no the problems be many it will make the government and this can one careful. It makes them even unpopular. Because what created that monster no.
Hey,
do create that monster? Easy, it's not easy. Say would you be kokoto? Would the kwa mama no mon crofo mo ti wo de mra ne be adwuma. Say what create that monster of oral. Say so be a oral anim. And the pressure ma a year attorney general ono so ba obekeka bi. Would the kwa ne shoot ade ne down wa. Wapaka say hey and the judiciary. Near shooting it down. Hey judiciary. And no sa no create false fact na de akoto court. And the Ebeko sa say the MPPD because 8 years. BBS here. No we msuba o ma be yi o ma free ho. Enti sabi omunya ma ne na dwuma.
Okay.
Na asomdwe
right. We say for command don so na so Brennan T the punch you dey e ba ewe. And Kessben final word.
Ora no mo de ayem na ye hu. To me enka hwe.
Sir.
Answer no man for toy no. They were backed by laws. And your mother they could a fence area obujebi lamtene omukokoto no. What happened? Did you see it?
Okay.
I want to with law.
Okay.
Enti mran wo ho e no bi abana yuzu mran waton no bi ato do tiaka. So
that
is it. Omu to tobi.
Sir.
Ora say omu je no do jimbi omu nyom tobi.
Right. EDC. Doc, oh final word again.
My final word is say me chia honorable Kukufu me chia na pa ana kukaso. Also original chairman Kukufu so pe regional national secretary. Me now for no more ja. But you know no the can say Nua Kofi the NDC should be focused. They should focus on the agenda that is for Ghanaians. We any money we any dear issues be me as munya botre na almost stagger omo issues na it me a boy nyina.
Okay. Therefore had na dey dwumadi say we the punch and bro ya wada be free na nwotwe ekobot no do 24 hours on kan anwumre e Rural Kingsford also answer or economics and financial consultants kasem ena wabi mu iye pa saranso na Dr. Samuel Free and lecturer Kumasi Technical University political analyst womo me no enene utie womo enso adwenche bala me ya na bo amsimia no mai bele de Kofi Appiah de sie oyame ya do channel pa ene nhia e o ma chidwedin so de aka nyina no yemfa ento aso emamo yakramo